Hi, this is Diane Lee from Teach Pre-K. I just got home from school. I'm here in my home office and I'm going to talk to you about some Thanksgiving crafts that I do. Um, I think you're really going to like them. I have a lot of templates for these in my All About Thanksgiving 5-day lesson plan in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. My store is Teach Pre-K. You do not need any of the templates for any of these. I think these crafts are really easy for anyone to figure out, and I'll kind of give you the rundown on what I do. Okay, first is a paper plate craft. I'm going to show you 3 different paper plate crafts that I do and I have done in the years past. This one is what I call the little turkey shelf sitter. So what I did was I cut some turkey legs and accordion folded those. I cut a ton of feather shapes out of every color that I could possibly think of. And I have tons and tons of them. We spent weeks cutting turkey feathers because we used them for a lot of different projects. I cut a lot of these circles. I'm really fortunate that we have great die cuts at my school. So these were super easy for me to do. You could also get circle punches, and those are super fast. I cut these diamond shapes so that we have these 3D beaks out of yellow, a little teardrop shape for the wattle in red, and then stick-on eyes. I use stick-on eyes for everything. Glue doesn't usually hold the eyes. Stick-on eyes are the way to go. They might be a little bit more expensive, but so well worth it. So what I do is I start out with paper plate. I fold it in half-ish, kind of like a third actually of the way up. Give it to the kids. We make an array of feathers first, and we glue them on with our glue stick. Then we glue the circle on, and well, I think we do the legs first. Yeah, legs first. Legs first, then the circle, then we make his little face, and you're ready to go. And this is super cute because it can sit on a little shelf. We stick these in our windowsills or a cute little table decoration, cute decoration to send home, just to make their family's house just a little bit more cute and sweet for Thanksgiving. We do Thanksgiving feast, and in the past I have done Native American headdresses with a little strip that they decorate and then some feathers, and I've also just cut out the pilgrim hat shape and then a square, and instead of cutting out a square inside, I just got a smaller square and stuck it on there. So I do have a template for this in my Thanksgiving lesson plan. And just staple this onto a sentence strip when you're done. Measure the kid's head. Perfect, instant little hat. I have also in the past made this ornamental corn like this, and I've got a template in for the leaves and the corn shape in my lesson plan, but you don't need it. Like I said, you can just cut a big corn shape out of yellow construction paper. This is just the regular 9x12 construction paper. We used bubble wrap in brown, red, and orange to paint the corn first. When the paint's still wet, we stuck the leaves on, let these dry overnight, and you've got a cute little Thanksgiving ornamental corn decoration to take home. Takes no time at all. Just cut out some leaves and some corn. One of my favorite activities is coffee filter turkeys. They're beautiful. This one's really old, so it's kind of faded. But we just take coffee filters, and then I use blue, purple, red, pink, lots and lots of different colors that when they blend together, they kind of make a brown and make like a really pretty like array of turkey feathers. I cut out just a little brown body for a turkey, some beaks, a wattle, and use the stick-on eyes again. But we use the little droppers in liquid watercolor to color the coffee filter first, so we're getting a lot of fine motor work. They love it because they watch the colors bleed together, and they love to talk about, oh my gosh, I just made green. Oh my gosh, I made turquoise. And oh my gosh, Mrs. Lee, I made purple. Look, I made brown. And it's fun. It's fun and fascinating for them. The coffee filters dry really, really fast. So these are an activity that if you have a whole day program, you can start them in the morning and finish and glue on the body for a little afternoon kind of early finishers project or whatever you want to do. I usually make this a 2-day project, and then they get to take it home, or we've put these in our windows, and when the sun comes through, it's really, really pretty. So that is a good idea. I live in Utah, so there's lots of pine trees and mountains, and I used to make these cute little pine cone turkeys every year. We just got our little craft feathers and we would dip them in glue and then stick them in the spaces of the pine cone. I made little heads that we would glue in. I think I ended up hot gluing them on because it was such a chore. I used to make these little pipe cleaner wattles. I doubt that I would do that again. I'd probably just make them out of paper and have them glue the wattle and the beak and stick on the eyes, and then we would glue the little head on, maybe with some hot glue separately. And it's a cute little table decoration. What I did love about these is the kids would act like they were their pets, and it was so cute. And they would play together and stuff when they were done. They kind of got a little munched and I had to do a lot of repair, but they enjoyed themselves and they had fun with their friends, and that's more important than if their turkey stayed in one piece, right? I have a picture of a bulletin board that I do on my blog, and it is, I think it's called Preschool and Pre-Kindergarten Thanksgiving Activities. So I have these big turkey bodies. I have 2 classes and an extra long bulletin board in my hallway. So each class gets their own turkey. So the turkey body is just, a funky little kind of uneven hourglass shape. And it goes out on the bulletin board. I made big like paper googly eyes and a big 3-dimensional beak and a wattle and some legs. But it just sits there. When they come Monday, they're like, "What's this weird brown thing on the wall, Mrs. Lee?" And I'm like, you'll see. So we open the day. It's usually the first week that I start my Thanksgiving unit. The week of Thanksgiving is a short week for us. We go 2 days. We're really fortunate we get the Wednesday off before. So that week prior, we begin talking about Thanksgiving and what it is to be thankful, and that's why we have Thanksgiving. So that Monday, we talk about what we're thankful about. Like I tell them I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for all of you, and I'm, thankful for the food that I eat, and I have warm clothes and a house and blah, blah, blah. So I ask them, I say, during centers, we are going to have to really think about things that we're thankful for. So I want you to really think, what are you thankful for? And then we kind of go on with our circle time. And once we get to centers, I have all these paper turkey feathers cut. I have them in every single color you can imagine. This is just that extra big, I think it's 12 by 18 construction paper. I've cut these in red, orange, blue, purple, pink, yellow, green, the whole bit, light green, dark green, all that. And so they have a wide variety to choose from. I don't think I've had to cut these for 4 years. I cut so many. So I have them come to my center. So this is kind of a literacy center as well as a cute little art center and kind of a social emotional center too. I just say, okay, what are you thankful for? I will write it down on your feather, and then you can decorate your feather like mine or any way you want. I decorated mine just how I felt. You do it your way, however you want to. And then we're going to add it to our turkey because our turkey doesn't have any feathers out in the hallway. So I wrote, Mrs. Lee is thankful for her class and her family. So I always make a turkey feather every year, and we add it to the turkey too. But I write down what they tell me they're thankful for. Some of them are hilarious, and some of them are just so sweet. They make your teeth ache. Like, I am so thankful for the times my sister plays with me or when my brother's nice to me, and they're just so cute. But after they finish them, we immediately take my stapler out to our bulletin board and we start adding these to our turkey. So our turkey gets more colorful and beautiful as our center time goes on. And then when the parents come to pick them up, they get to read these and they are either laughing out loud or going, "Oh, that's so cute." So it really is a cute, meaningful, fun little project. So that's what I do the first day of my Thanksgiving unit to kick things off in centers. Another fun thing that I've been doing is we have been making paper plate wreaths. So we cut the inner circle out of a paper plate. We've got a bunch of die cuts. This one's super plain. I just kind of threw it together to show the kids like this is the general idea of what we're going to do. But then I let them get the markers, the glue, and the glitter, and they make them even more elaborate. I have hot glued bows on these before, but they're a super fun decoration that they can be proud of and take home to their parents. And who doesn't want to like hang their children's adorable Thanksgiving artwork up on the wall? So that's another one of my paper plate crafts that I really like for Thanksgiving. This is another art literacy activity, but it also brings in the thankfulness too if you do one thing that I'm going to show you at the end. So I have cut out some big circles out of brown and some smaller circles out of brown to make the turkey body. But first, we do one letter of their name on each of these feathers. So we count the letters of their name, and I'll be like, oh, your name is Jamie. So we've got Jaymie, 6 feathers. So let's choose 6 feathers. We count the feathers. I mean, this is time consuming. You got to be super patient. And then they glue them around the paper plate. After they're done, they put the body on, and then the head. They can draw the feet. We stick the eyes on, the wattle, and the beak. And they've got this super cute named turkey that they've done. And in the past, it says, I am thankful for my family and friends. I have horrible handwriting, you guys. I wish I had cute handwriting like so many of my little aides and my daughters have, but I have horrible handwriting. So this is, you know, art, literacy, fine motor. We have to really follow instructions. It's a great center activity. Another activity, and I have templates for this one in my lesson plan on Teachers Pay Teachers. It's a little different from this one. We make the Mayflower out of our handprint, and it's just brown paint, handprint. I cut out the little ocean waves out of a darker blue paper, and then with white paper, I've even had to use just printer paper sometimes for these. I just cut out a few little sails. They can put as many sails on it as they want. On the back, this is one I used to do with my 3-year-olds. They just have to trace the M. My pre-K, I have Mayflower in tracing font on the back of it. So they have to trace the whole word Mayflower, which is a big word. But it just kind of adds a little extra something. We talk about the letters. They get a little bit more of that fine motor practice in. And of course, I put my name on it, and then they practice writing their name. We always end our Thanksgiving unit with a big Thanksgiving feast. Pre-COVID, we combined both classes together in one long table in my classroom. We kind of rearranged things. There's another class down the hall from me, and we get together and we play at recess and whatever. But due to spacing issues with COVID, we can't really do that anymore, which is sad. But both classes make these adorable little Thanksgiving hats. I have this on brown construction paper, but I use scented strips now because I don't need to cut anything. I don't need to tape anything. I don't need to staple anything. I can make it whatever size I want and then staple it to fit the kids' heads. So I'm not like at the paper cutter for hours. But as with my other crafts, I just have a ton of these turkey feathers that I cut out. They can choose the colors they want. The body is just a circle. I love these little 3-dimensional beaks, and all the crafts that I showed you that didn't have a 3-dimensional beak, I do a 3-dimensional beak now. I cut a diamond shape and make it so it opens and closes. A little wattle, and as you can see, mine is like totally stapled on because it's old and the glue doesn't really stick anymore. But same accordion legs as the other paper plate craft, but the kids finish these, they put them on, and they are ready for the Thanksgiving feast. So those are a few of my favorite Thanksgiving crafts. I'm also going to do videos about my favorite math and literacy centers too. So I hope you enjoyed that and it gave you some good ideas. Happy Thanksgiving.